Karen reported me to 911. She didn't know my wife was the dispatcher that night. The street was quiet until Karen's voice shattered it. Her shrill accusations sliced through the summer air, drawing neighbors to their porches. "He's a thief. I saw him breaking into my car," she screamed, jabbing a finger at me. My heart pounded, not from guilt but from the absurdity of it. I'd been trimming my lawn when her dog bolted into my yard, knocking over a planter. I picked it up, trying to be neighborly. Now her phone was raised, her eyes wild with righteous fury. "I'm calling 911, she declared, as if she'd caught me red-handed. I stood frozen, my hands still smelling of grass. "Karen, I was just fixing your planter," I said. But she wasn't listening. Her voice grew louder, painting me as a criminal to the growing crowd. My wife, Clara, wasn't home yet. She was working the night shift at the county dispatch center. I tried to stay calm, knowing this would blow over once reason prevailed. But Karen's words stung, her lies twisting a simple act of kindness into something sinister. Minutes dragged like hours. Then, a patrol car pulled up, lights flashing. 2 officers stepped out and my stomach churned. I recognized Officer Daniels, a friend of Clara's. His eyes met mine, questioning but professional. Karen rushed to him, her story spilling like venom. I'd been lurking, tampering with her car, a threat to the neighborhood. The officers listened, their faces neutral, but I could feel the weight of her words pressing down. Then, a twist I hadn't seen coming. My phone buzzed, a text from Clara. "I'm on the 911 line." Karen's call came to me. My breath caught. Clara was the dispatcher handling this mess. She'd heard every word of Karen's exaggerated tale, her voice crackling through the radio as she guided the officers. I glanced at the crowd, unaware of the irony unfolding. Karen, smug and triumphant, had no idea she'd just lied to my wife. Officer Daniels approached me, his voice calm. "Sir, can you explain what happened?" I recounted the incident, the dog, the gesture, the misunderstanding. He nodded, taking notes, while Karen interrupted, her voice rising again. "He's lying. Check his hands for evidence," she demanded. I opened my palms, dirt smudged from gardening, nothing else. The second officer, a rookie named Tara, spoke up unexpectedly. "Ma'am, I live 2 blocks over. I saw him gardening earlier." He waved at me. Her words hung in the air, a small but seismic shift. Karen's certainty wavered, her face reddening. Clara's voice came through the radio again, crisp and professional, but I knew her well enough to hear the edge. "Units, please confirm suspect description." She was buying time, forcing Karen to double down. Karen obliged, describing a suspicious man in a hoodie. I was wearing a t-shirt. The officers exchanged glances. The crowd murmured. Karen's story was crumbling, but she didn't stop. "He's dangerous," she insisted, now claiming I'd threatened her. Then Clara arrived. She stepped out of her car in her dispatcher uniform, her badge gleaming under the streetlight. The crowd fell silent. Karen's eyes darted between us, confusion replacing her bravado. "You're his wife," she stammered. Clara's face was a storm of emotions, anger, betrayal, and a quiet resolve. "I took your call, Karen," she said, her voice cutting like a blade. "Every word. You lied to 911. You lied about my husband." The truth hit like a guillotine. Karen's face drained of color. The officers shifted, their focus now on her. "Filing a false police report's a crime," Daniel said, his tone firm. Karen backpedaled, her voice a desperate whine. I made a mistake, but the damage was done." They led her away, not in cuffs, but her humiliation was complete. The neighbors dispersed, whispering, some filming the downfall of their self-appointed watchdog. As the patrol car drove off, Clara and I stood alone. I expected relief, but her eyes were wet. "She could have ruined you," she whispered. "What if I hadn't been on shift?" The weight of her words settled like ash. Karen's lie hadn't just targeted, might had threatened our life, our trust in this place we'd called home. We hugged, but the victory was bitter. Tara, the unsung hero, lingered nearby, offering a nod of solidarity before leaving. Her small act of truth had tipped the scales. That night we couldn't sleep. Karen's accusation, though debunked, left a crack in our sense of safety. The neighborhood would talk, judge, divide. Some would see me as the wronged. Others tainted by her story. Clara stared at the window, her voice soft. She thought she was protecting her world, but she broke ours. The next morning, a note was taped on our mailbox, an apology from Tara, promising to vouch for us. It wasn't much, but it was enough to keep us from leaving. Karen's reckoning was hers to bear, but the cost of her lie lingered, a wound that wouldn't heal easily. What would you say to a community torn by mistrust and quick judgments? Share your thoughts on justice and truth.